Heidi Hill, guys and gals. It's Jeff and the
The
missus.
missus.
Back again here on Sunday Night Tool Talk Live. Glad you could all join us tonight. Let's see. Yeah, we're still down here in Vegas, and I know we'd been hoping to be back in Montana by now, but
Yes.
things are running long. Let me stop that and get the wife's chat window up here.
What?
Pop
I
out the
get to read
chat
things?
and make sure it's on live chat. Look at that. There you go.
Fancy.
And I got mine over here.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Didiz. Hey, Steven. Hey, Neil. Hey, Frank.
Make sure it's on live as well. And move it over as best I can. There we go.
Over my face. I see how it is.
Mad Bear saying hi. That's Duncan. He's literally sitting right there. Frank says I like first. Says hello. Di Diz, greetings from Wisconsin. Steven's in the house. Neil F's here. Let's see here. David Corellis. Walter's in the house. Eugene says hello. How is everyone doing? We've been rushing today. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on. In fact, just to give you a fair warning, we're probably going to cut out half an hour early tonight because we have a thing to go to.
Yep.
Down at the Vegas room. We're going to be all schnazzy tonight. Yes, Griff is dressed up. Duncan's dressed up. Elle's dressed up. We will be getting dressed up later. They're leaving earlier. You going to come show us off? Show off what you're wearing? Oh, come on.
He's hiding. He's a teenager.
So, Amanda, Duncan's mother, is, a lot of you know, is a jazz singer. And she is doing a show, an Aretha Franklin tribute kind of thing.
I thought it was Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, it is Ella Fitzgerald. You're right. My bad. Ella Fitzgerald. And so she's doing that thing tonight down at the Vegas room. I don't know. I think it might be sold out. So if you're trying to go, sorry. Anyway, they're leaving earlier. They get a ride picking them up in half an hour.
That's what I think. I think I was supposed to get information about that, but I have yet to receive it.
Yeah. Anyway, that will probably happen. Yep. Anyway, let's get back into it. Donna Ross says hi.
Hey.
Steven says, what's Griffin doing with the fancy clothes? As I just answered that. Donna Ross says, pictures are required even if just sent to me. Homily, how you doing there? He says, good evening. Trolling for Dollars says, howdy from Phoenix. How's the weather down in Phoenix? It's actually a bit chilly and incredibly windy right now in Vegas.
Yeah.
And by chilly, I mean like mid-70s. So
beautiful.
See, as Steven says, every girl's crazy for a sharp-dressed man. Yes.
That's right.
Need to grow up my beard for that one. Greg Crocker says, evening from Omaha. Let's see here. Tom says, evening from Sweden. Whilst the options are limited over here, I watch your videos all the time. Thank you so much. That's awesome. I didn't know we had any viewers in Sweden. We got a couple from the UK.
Oh, yes, Griffin's hair.
Oh,
He's
yes.
standing behind us.
Turn you around so they can see your hair.
Look up at the ceiling. Okay. No.
There you go.
There you go.
He looks
red
like
and blue.
Normally he has it all spiky and he looks like an anime character.
Yes.
And I have a very fun outfit.
Yes.
Tuxedo and blue hair.
And
Blue and
hair.
red.
Blue and red.
Yep.
That's great.
We're already behind.
Yep. Let's see here. The chatbot, I believe that's Linda, right? Says, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Bear. Throttle Power says, just saying hi, Jeff and Jesse. Hope everything's good. Lux Auto Restoration says, good evening, Yukon Toolbox. What do you think? Are you talking like the 9 drawer or the 1 drawer with the one with the wood top? I think I have 2 of them. Is that right? I said, or do I have just one? I can't remember if I have one in storage down here. Anyway, I think they're great for the money. I think that they make an excellent workbench kind of thing. I've got the one with the single drawer and the double doors. I want to get the 9 drawer one. In fact, I want to get 2 of those. They're good for holding miscellaneous stuff. It's not quite the same as a good quote unquote toolbox like the US General or the Icon or something like that, because you don't have that drawer that can hold 400 pounds worth of sockets and stuff like that. But for holding like stuff like power tools, it's hard to find a good place to put them. You have a nice deep drawer. You can put you can put some Recepts or some grinders and drills and that kind of stuff in there. Let's see here. The Nick Hoffman. Hey, Nick, haven't seen you in a while. Says For the Emperor. Greg Crocker says mid-80s tomorrow in Phoenix. Trolling for Dollars says 95 today, 70s next 2 days. Or maybe maybe I got that confused there. Maybe he's the one in Vegas. Or not Vegas. I'm the one in Vegas. Someone's in Phoenix. Trolling for Dollars is in Phoenix. Okay. Jeff McGee says, hey, welcome back from Olympia, Washington. Steven says, that hair, I'll tell you. Yeah, the kids these days, right? Anyway, Griffin is looking quite sharp, he says. Jeffrey Hall says, what's up, Mr. and Mrs. Bear? Linda says, I bought out direct tools now. They don't have any R tools left. My wallet is crying, but I'm smiling. That is awesome. Philly Fixed in the house. Jim, how goes it? He says, evening, happy Sunday.
Thank you.
Fry Guy says, going through the Walmart yesterday, saw the Hart portable work table on clearance. Last one, $45. I got it. Pretty nice for working outside as well. It is a great table. It doesn't do so well with the Recepts, but it is a great table. Nick Hoffman says, much has happened since last time I had to be present. Most notably, I'm headed to MCRD San Diego in December. Duncan's muttering from the corner. He's like, Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. Yes, the Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. Antonio's in the house. He says, good evening, Jeff and Jesse. Frank says, I've been sick all weekend. I can't work tomorrow, and I bet I have a COVID test in my future. Frank, oh, man. We've been through it.
Healthy.
Stay healthy. Lots of liquids. Watch your breathing, that kind of thing. Yeah. Michael says, hey, kids, what's the news? Shaka. I know. I'm waiting to go on.
Shaka says, good evening. With a $2 super chat. Hart, Ryobi, and Harbor Freight are all trash. Ooh, you got a lot to say today.
Adding all sorts of stuff in there.
Wow.
And of course, Nobel. I'm sorry.
Nobel.
Did you figure out a dance?
No.
An ear thing? Nothing? Just nothing. All right. Anyway, thanks for the $2 super chat there. Let's see here. Javier, hey Javier, how you doing? He says, sorry for being late. Can't wait for that sizzling 120-degree Arizona weather. Oh, I can wait.
That's disgusting.
I can wait.
That's terrible.
Like, you have no idea how much I can wait for that.
You're in timeout.
Kane says, I was browsing Harbor Freight's website and noticed the Circ scanners are in clearance. Any idea which brand is replacing them? I don't know. I think they're maybe changing some stuff around with Zurich. I know they got rid of their big professional LCD one. The Zurich is their brand. Harbor Freight doesn't often use brands that are out of house. Those are brands that they own. So, and that's new. Zurich is one of the newer, Bauer and Hercules and stuff. So I would be surprised if they replaced it. Let's see here. Nemo says, just picked up the 10-inch Hart miter saw, $75. Seemed like a good deal for a home gamer. It is a great setup. I got to tell you, I'm real impressed with the 7 1/4 with the fit and finish on it compared to a lot of the other ones in that price category, especially, the clearance price, $56, whatever it was. Do you know why Ryobi dropped their 12-volt battery in the handle cordless drill? I don't know. In fact, Rigid basically has abandoned their 12-volt line. I just think that they're already spread so thin with everything else they carry that doing a second battery line is too much for them. I don't know if it's TTI is saying like, hey, we want to save the 12-volt for Milwaukee. Not sure. Tyler says, when is Lumbergun prices going to come down?
You tell me.
I have no idea, man. No idea. Steven says, we are still having wild temperature swings here. 82 called for on Tuesday, 58 on Friday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We talked to some friends back home in Montana. It's supposed to rain 2 days and then snow a couple days and then rain a couple more days. Ridiculous. Wow.
Holy.
Tom E dropping the SEC. I don't know what SECs are.
Swedish krona?
Oh, is it?
Would be my guess.
Awesome. I have no idea how much 100 SEC is.
So,
but the pear's laughing, I can tell you that.
I totally love the pear. That is one of my favorites next to the hippo.
Look, it's an 11.92. He even knows to make it uneven.
You know to make it uneven. That's awesome.
That's right.
Thank you so much for the super chat. And
Tom, if you don't get the joke, early on with the live streams when we first started doing it years ago, the people were donating uneven amounts because it irritates her because she's got to have everything organized.
I have a thing with symmetry, so it needs to be even. But I have come to love the uneven numbers.
Let's see here. Where was I last? Okay. Greg Cracker says, looking for wood project. By the way, if you type in @Den-of-Tools, we'll be sure to read it because it actually pops up on our screen with that orange kind of print on it. So we know you're talking to us. And then we got John Moore says, buying a Recept soon, recently bought into the Skill 20 volt. Want BL if I go for cordless, brushless, but can't find Skill's brushless 20 volt as a bare tool. Go
for other saws.
Really? You can't find it as a bare tool. That's interesting. What was that? Skill, brushless, reciprocating saw. You know, some of the stuff they just don't offer in a Recept. One of the things you can do, and it's a little bit more legwork, is you can buy the combo kit and then turn around and list the charger and the battery separately on like eBay or something like that and try to sell. That's what some guys do. Some people are really hardcore about getting deals, so they don't mind going through a little bit extra work to save the money here and there. That's just throwing that as an option rather than jumping into something else.
Can you check your phone, please? Just making sure that
How did I give you my phone?
Getting messages.
Sorry, we got to coordinate this Uber thing for the kids, so she's a little worried over here. Shopping says. So I'm trying to see if I can find this. Now, it's just some of the stuff that they sell in that skill line. You just don't see. What about trying to find it on eBay? eBay, maybe. Maybe somebody else has parted it out. I don't know if you're looking for a new one, though. I know we don't normally do this, but I've got the bit in my teeth now, and I'm running with it.
With the $3.33 super chat. It says Milwaukee fuel all the way.
Jeez. Yeah.
Thank you with the uneven.
I don't see it there either. Milwaukee fuel. That's awesome. All right, so let's see here.
Scroll up. I think you missed one.
No.
Somebody said something funny.
Yes. We're still having wild temperature swings. Greg says looking for wood for a project. If you can get it, it's crazy expensive. That's entirely true. Yeah. Homily says, I guess Mrs. Bear will be going to Sweden for her Nobel Prize.
I had to read that like 6 times. Homily 665. You're hilarious.
Cheap Reviews says, hey man, how you doing? Says, hey guys, long time no here. Remember to check out our Facebook page, Den-of-Tools, the Facebook group, Den-of-Tools there. So it's Facebook/group/Den-of-Tools. Links should always be in the video description. Philly Fix says, Harbor Freight Tools remodeled my last kitchen. I'd love to see a tour of the inside of this. I love old houses. In fact, when I was a carpenter, that's what we did, was we refurbed old houses. So I've never done new construction stuff. And I just love the feel of them. That looks like a great house you have, especially the river in the backyard. Lucas says, hey, big fan. I'm looking to upgrade my power tools as a DIYer, but might build a pole barn or deck. What brand would you just can't use Dewalt? I use them at work. I hate my job. I gotta say, especially if you're used to doing like pro grade kind of stuff, Cobalt, man. The Cobalt lineup is just fantastic. Plus, you can jump up to the XTR tools for some extra power on some of the stuff. They say they're going to be expanding the XTR line. Right now, basically the way I look at it is if you're looking for a bargain, you got to be looking at Bauer or Ryobi. That's your two bargain brands that have a lot of stuff, are reasonably priced, and you can get tools. After that, I like the skill stuff. I want to see them flesh out the line more. I've got the skill 12, but I gotta say the Cobalt line is right where it's at. And then after that, you get into like Milwaukee, Makita, DeWalt kind of stuff. Barbecue 76 says, I'm here, you're welcome. Chaka says Ryobi is awesome. Because it's important, I barbecued last weekend, but did not this weekend. Cheers, Mr. and Mrs. Bear.
Oh, thank you.
And Robert says, when is Cobalt going to drop some new toys for the 20 volt line? They dropped a bunch of them last year, so they're probably taking a breather. Probably some more late spring, early summer is what I'm guessing. Steven says, at this point, I don't think she cares about nice round numbers. No, she always does.
I have like a special... Well, I do. I really have a thing for symmetry, but...
And change. I mean, she wanted to go back. She found out the local McDonald's is really bad, where people drop their change all the time, and nobody ever picks it up, because we're out here in Summerlin, where there's not people who walk around and do it. So she wants to go and do it.
Telling all my secrets.
Yep. Alfonso says, why has Harbor Freight raised their prices, and why are big discounts gone? Dude, it's across the board. Harbor Freight is not the only one who's raised prices. And I wouldn't say the big discounts are gone, because the big discounts are still there. What's gone are the cheap discounts, the little discounts, the 20% off of the little items. That's gone away. But like the sales, they still have the. I've been tracking the sales versus what the old coupons used to be. And they put out every month as many items on sale as they used to put out on coupon, and many of the items they're putting out on sale are cheaper than they used to be. Like the LED shop lamp is $1 cheaper than it used to be. That said, they have raised the prices on a lot of stuff. So has everybody else. It's shipping. It's the coronavirus. That's someone at the front door.
I don't know. Boys.
Anyway, I think your ride's here. I wonder why the dog's not barking. Is the dog in the backyard? No. Yeah. Anyway. So everyone's raised their prices, and it's just the state of things with everything right now. I'm looking to buy a used car right now, and trying to buy a used car prices are going through the roof. It's insane what people are asking for some stuff. John says, what do you think of the corded skill saw Recepts? I have not used them. I talked to a couple guys. I was on a live stream the other day. They look good. They share DNA with the with Cobalt, and of course with Flex. You can see the Flex Recept behind me. Probably not the same components. Is it them?
No.
Neighborhood kid wanting to play?
Nope. It's a ghost of Christmas past.
Wow, weird. Maybe wind.
Did we read our super chat?
No, I don't think you did.
3D says, or digital demonic.
Yeah, he says just call him
Deborah.
3D.
Okay. $2 Australian super chat. 3D says, hi from Adelaide. Tools rule. Thanks, Red.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And I'm sorry I'm so tongue twisted tonight.
All right. Let's see here. And then Tom says, damn, I wish I'd known your live streams are usually a bit late for me here. It's 2:10. Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. John Moore says, and good evening to you both. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And there was one there. Let's see. Jim says, what tool kit would you recommend for rescue to help to keep in my motorcycles? Wow, that's a good question. I mean, I'm not a motorcycle guy. I had a bike years and years ago, and I gave up on them.
But a number of folks here are. So you... Yeah.
If someone wants to chime in and help them out with that, please do. I don't even know what tools. I mean, probably a 3/8 and... yeah, and then, of course, the question is, do you going to have... are you going to have side bags? How are you going to store it?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, that would be my next question.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm clearly not the person to ask for something like that, for an emergency kit for a bike. But hopefully somebody here is, they can chime in. And by the way, if you type @ and you type his name, Jim, it'll pop up as an orange thing to him, so he knows you're talking to him.
Mater, are you here?
Yeah, Mater, where are you?
Barbecue 76 with a $2.76 super chat. Mrs. the Bear, pie, because it's a round number. Or is it? Isn't it? Is it? Yes. Yep, it's pie. Thank you so much for the $2.76 super chat. Steven with the $4.62 super chat. Here's to symmetry. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really, really do.
John says, where do you lock up the bear at night? Oh, he just goes up into the hills and does
his own thing.
Bear stuff. I don't like to ask. $12 says, I like the compact form factor of the Milwaukee 12-volt series. Just can't justify the price. I get it, and if you're doing stuff professional, You know what? I like the. How do I say this? I'm not a fan of. I wish I had a 12 volt around here. Dunk, hand me the 12 volt drill over there. Actually, never mind. I got a 12 volt right here. Actually, Duncan, hand me the 12 volt drill. This will be an interesting comparison. So this is technically an electric screwdriver. Basically the same thing, just doesn't have the chuck on it. Same chuck. 12 volt from Hercules. This is the 12 volt from Skill. You can see size, I put them there to there. The battery says, the Steel does this weird thing where this is extra high on this riser, and I don't know exactly why they do that.
Symmetry, obviously.
Yeah. But weight, and it feels like they're about the same. And then if you compare one of these two, and I don't think I've got one here. Let me see what I got over here. I've got the Flex. This is the impact, so it's not even a drill. The drill would be bigger. And you compare that to this, all right, you can see there that this is substantially bigger. I mean, granted, it's got the big old battery on it. But the fact is that I'm not a fan of the form factor on the M12. I think the M12 is a fabulous line. It's got a ton of power. It's a great bang for the buck, but it is pricey. And like this, I picked up a combo of this one. If you don't need that much power and stuff, it's brushless, so you can get extra battery life out of it. In fact, all the Skill 12 volts brushless. This was with the 2 amp hour battery, the drill, the charger, and the impact. We got it for $84 off of Amazon. And apparently that sale price pops up every so often, which is why you want to be on the Facebook page, because every time I see that, I post it over there. Steven says, Ricky turns 4 in 2 days. That's awesome.
I know. I'm super excited. I actually thought that it was closer, and so I looked it up the other day.
Scorpion Sunday says, hello, Tool family. Asylum says, hello, everyone. Nick Hoffman says, the fact that the Cubs knows what I meant shows he must have some interest. Is he seeking to become a Marine? He is talking about doing... first he was talking about being a lifer. Now he's talking about doing 4 to 8 years. He goes back and forth. Philly Fix says, it was my last house, tiny galley kitchen, 1949 Cape Cod. We don't see many of those around here. Current 1860s house has a huge kitchen I'll never be able to afford to remodel. And Robert says, woot, new Cobalt toys this year. Christmas is coming. Tyler says, what router table do you recommend? Are you talking like a standalone table? Are you talking a benchtop model? I'll do it. For a benchtop model, I like the Bosch one. Not the little plasticky one, the kind of the wood one. It's a bit much, but you can often pick it up on CPO refurbished for a little bit less. For a standalone one, I like the Craig. All right. Yes, it's expensive. But it has all the bells and features. It's got a nice setup. I like it. Otherwise, just get one and build it into your table saw, man. That's probably the best way to go. Then you already have the fence coming over. You already got the extra side over there. I like optimizing my space. That's if you're in a full shop and you can do something like that. Cheap Review says, which Harbor Freight would use Hercules and compete with Milwaukee? I don't think Harbor Freight ever has any intention of going to that level at this time. They are competing at the Value Pro level. If you look at it like a 5-star level with Black & Decker and the Amazon brands down there at 1 star, and you put Ryobi is in the 2.5 to 3-star range. You get Cobalt at the 3 to 4-star range, depending if it's in the XTR or the regular line. I think the Hercules is trying to be at that 3.5 range, whereas Bauer's trying to be at like that 2.5 range. Wolf Bark Growl says, what do you recommend for a 3/8 cordless impact, Hercules, Earthquake, or Milwaukee? Hercules, I don't believe, has one. I don't know, they might have one in the 12 volt. Earthquake, I don't recommend the Earthquake because they don't have a big enough line for me to suggest that people should invest in it. I have the Earthquake. It's got a ton of power. It's a huge impact. That's a 1/2 inch, not the 3/8. honestly, it's hard to say because it depends on what other cordless tools you're going to get. The Bauer one is decent. The Cobalt one is decent. There's some, you can get a Milwaukee M12 fuel that's amazing and compact. There's a lot of different options out there. What's that?
I can't stop yawning.
Let's see here. Homily says, I've picked up some HPT and Bosch tools last week. HPT, that's a good point, by the way. Sorry, Homily. Let me back up. HPT is what used to be called, not Makita, Hitachi. They got bought by Metabo. Now it's Metabo HPT. HPT stands for Hitachi Power Tools. They're getting clearanced out at a lot of the Lowe's. That would be a great one to pick up if you could find that. Anyway, he says, I picked up some HPTs and Bosch tools last week. Any must-have tools in the core 18-volt or 18-volt 36-volt lines. That recip in the 36-volt line is fantastic. I know that. I've got some of their tools. I think it's buried. I diversified my stack because my Versa stack that was back here was way up here. So I moved that down. I fit in the radio here. And I moved a bunch of the other stuff down here. So that's all the way down. And I think all my HPT stuff's down there. So that's one of the bad things about it. If it's not in one of the drawers, you got to take everything apart to get to it.
Antonio Perez says, Bear, I can see you, but I can't hear you guys. I don't think everyone's having that issue. So I would say, refresh the stream.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
I'm assuming they can hear us.
I would have expected a whole bunch of people to scream that they couldn't hear us before because we've been going for half an hour.
Yeah. Although they were really nice that one time when I did it for 40 minutes. Finally, somebody's like, we can't hear you.
Maybe. It says on our end that the microphone's going out, so. Let's see here. Fry Guy says, I just watched your video a couple of hours ago. Agree with you 95%. Funny because I have 95% of those tools. For the DIY, they are good enough. That's awesome. Old Guy says, for the money, I don't think you can top the Cobalt tools. It's a fantastic tool line. It really is. This is my part of the reason because I set some tools in front of the microphone. How about that?
Thanks.
We'll move those. That might help. And, so the thing with Cobalt is, at least my thing with Cobalt is, they reached out to me. And anyway, this is part of me trying to be, open and transparent about the channel here. They reached out to us about 4 years ago. They were the first major company to reach out to us. And I think we were at something like 11 or 12,000 subscribers. And I was stunned. And they sent us two tools, the Impact and the hammer drill, as well as the battery and the charger. And I thought they were fantastic. I did a video on them. I don't think they were happy because I compared it with the rigid brushless, and the Harbor Freight stuff. And I think they wanted to see a standalone video. But it wasn't, to be fair, it wasn't Cobalt. It wasn't Chervon that contacted me. It was Lowe's. And I never heard back from them. Never again. But we still have been promoting them by saying they're the best, I think one of the best options in that price. If you're in that price range, that's the tool I would look for. I wouldn't go for the rigid. I wouldn't go for the Porter Cable or the Craftsman. Yes, dear.
Groove Salad 1, thank you for becoming a member.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Welcome, Cub.
I don't have a dance.
You should do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. We can do that.
Yeah.
Do the hustle.
I feel like we should be skating.
Oh, yeah, I'd be busting my knees.
Yep, I'd be busting my butt.
By the way, speaking of busting, did you guys watch the UFC fight last night?
No. If you haven't watched it, do not look for it. If the pictures haven't found you, just hide.
Although the main event, he knocked the sweat off of that man. Okay. But the other fight,
don't watch. Yep.
Nightmares.
Tom E, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome, Cub.
Ding, 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 ding. I know we don't have a bell.
She's so disappointed.
I can't help it.
So disappointed.
It's my Pavlovian response.
It is. Let's see here. We talked about the impacts. We talked about those. Let me come down here. Where'd I go? There I am. Michael Mason says, hi from Ontario, Canada. I've always wanted to go to Ontario. First time live show watcher. Lowe's Canada claims they know nothing of the new Flex line. Flex US can't help. Apparently, I can. Haha, you came to the right place, sir. Here's what I've heard. And they didn't tell me I couldn't say this, but I did ask them specifically about this. And what I heard is, in fact, I'm going to do you one better than that. Because right now I'm going based on memory, and I know I'm forgetting something. So I'm going to look up, if I can find it. Where's my email? There it is.
What?
Go into my email.
Why? Russ says, if you're a council member, should my icon be different? Maybe green?
No, the color changes by how long you've been a member. And that's a YouTube thing.
And
so,
thank goodness you remember all that, because I'm always like, I don't remember. Who are you? Yeah.
All right, Canada. Here's what I got for you. And this is, even my contact there is like, I'm working off this secondhand kind of stuff, kind of thing. Flex will be going to Canada. It's not going to happen, I think, until later this year. They're going to be at Lowe's. They're not going to be... I asked them specifically, is this going to be exclusive? Because they mentioned another store. I don't know what it is. Rona, R-O-N-A, and Rona Depot and independent power tool shops in a few months later. So I think it's going to be second half of this year. And then a little bit later, it's going to show up at Rona. And then a little bit later, it's going to show up at independent power tool shops. That's what I've heard. Okay. Hope I didn't screw anybody over, but they didn't tell me I couldn't tell anybody. So that's what happens.
Blame the dog.
It was the dog's fault. Anyway, Greg Crocker says Mrs. Bear should have a flag to wave for super chats.
That's a good
Maybe
idea.
do like some semaphore kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. That sounds great.
I'd end up getting beat with the flags is what would happen.
That's
Russ
right.
says, what's your email again? The email is red, like the color, at Den of Tools. No the in there, just Den of Tools. Xavier says, hey, I bought the Russo Toolbox, which is like the Tecton cabinets, even better than how you described in your video, like a snap-on to, but a quarter of the price. They are, I mean, this company's been doing this for years and years. They make fantastic stuff. It is a great toolbox, isn't it? Barbecue 76 says, shut up, Moto. Michael Mason says, sorry, borders are closed, so I can't go to New York. Do you have any insight as to when they will go international? Guessing he's talking about Flex, and we just covered that. I hope that's what he's talking about. And
Barbecue 76 with a $2.01 super chat. I was 4 minutes late tonight. What's up with the no bell?
we have some people, who are retired service members who say it's triggering.
And so we are trying to find other creative solutions other than the bell. I have Pavlovian response, and I still ding sometimes.
Inside.
I
gotta admit, it's kind of fun to watch her squirm.
You're not nice at all. Not at all. Michael Mason, $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for the Canadian Flex news. Rona is owned by Lowe's Canada. Oh, that makes sense. Ta-da!
Who knew? Apparently
we
he
learned
did.
something. You learned something. It's awesome.
Trying to get my passport. Hopefully, once we get that, we might head up to Canada this summer.
Yes. And I saw that Gold Quest Montana is here, which is our friends. Hello.
Hey. We will not be making it to Ontario. Calgary would be a big thing for us. Just crossing the border would be a big thing, actually. Kill King 110 says, how's the heat of Nevada treating you? Awesome.
Terrible. It's really hot. Really hot.
It's hit 100 a couple days, and that's it. Today, it's mid-70s, the wind. It's been really blustery. Yesterday, it got up to 89 yesterday. We went to a local dealership and took the Hyundai Genesis. For those of you who've been following my fiascos, I want to get a car to leave here, and I've decided that what I think I want is the Hyundai Genesis. They claim it's a full-size car. I don't know if I'd call it a full-size car. But it's definitely in that near luxury brand. It kind of looks like a Mercedes or a BMW or something like that. Has that kind of interior like that. But they make a version with a 5-liter engine that is tuned to have more horsepower than the Mustang GTO 5-liter of a similar age. And we took it for a test drive with the family, and the kids approve. I approve. She's like, I wish it would cost less, but she would say that about a $1 hot dog.
I'm just saying, is there a way we can make it cheaper? It's just, saving.
Yeah, she's giving me a budget, and of course, all the ones I find that I want are just a little beyond the budget. I found one in Corona, California. The one we're talking about right now is in Texas, but I found one in Corona that's got really low miles, but they want like $2,500 more.
About that place out loud. We'll get demonetized. It's a place, not a.
Oh yes, I said Corona, California.
I'm just saying.
Who knows?
Barbecue 76 with a $2.76 super chat. I sent a Bell alternative. Use that. I think that Bell alternative would have us take it down.
Yeah. Also, it's in Montana.
Yes, it is in Montana.
Cattle Dog Jasper says, the Bears rock on, shine on. Thank you so much. I like that. Chris says, I watch all your YouTube videos. I learned a lot from you. Want you to know that you rock. Thank you, Chris. That was very nice of you. Let's see here. Antonio says, just grabbed all the 12-volt extreme Dewalt tools at Lowe's. $99 a kit. Got the 5 amp hour batteries for free. Heck of a deal. Frank says, if you want reminds people to says, put at the Den of Tools if you want the bear to answer. See, he typed in there. I still read it because I can't help myself. Barbecue 76 says, it's brushless, cheesy, chipless, beats the competition, soup, burrito, plus pizza and a drink. It's flex. Does it come with fries? That's the question. Does it come with fries? Mike Adams says, hi, y'all. I'm finally completely finished with rebuilding the front of my Dodge. Woohoo! Good job, man. I know you've been working on that for a while. So I like working on vehicles now and then, but it seems I fixed things and I find 4 or 5 more things that are broken. I know that feeling. Oh, having done construction, rehabbing houses, you get in the bathroom and like, we have to replace this floor, and I'm like, I don't want to tear it up. Because I know underneath it's going to be like, oh, we got to get the joists and the pipes are bad. And yeah. And Solomon says minimum military commitment is 8 years. Typically, this is 4 years active duty, 4 years inactive. Antonio says 5 tools, 8 2 amp hour batteries, 4 free 5 amp batteries, 2 amp chargers, 4 bags, 550. Heck of a deal. Ends on the 28th. And Brian says my son's name is Duncan as well. By the way, it's 5:39. Have we heard anything?
Yes, we have. I'm in charge.
You're on. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. She's on top of it. Did you hear that, Dunk?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's playing some drift game over there. He's in his own little drifty world.
Like in about 6 minutes, you need to wrap it up.
All right, Barbecue 76. But wait, there's more. Order now. Just pay shipping and handling, and you'll get habanero chipless brushless, twice as fast as the competition with ice cream, and a free set of steak knives. I did the steak knives. Robert Adams says, hey, Robert, how you doing, man? Says, evening all. Flying Half says, hi. Any news on the Bauer surface conditioner tool that was in the Bauer email? I want to buy one and do a review of it on my channel. You know, here's what I know. I didn't get that email.
Yeah.
That was weird. Apparently you all got it. I didn't get it. I'm interested in seeing it as well.
Could you send us the email?
Yeah, send me the email. I'd love to see it. Mike says, now a front end suspension, brakes, etc. is rebuilt. Now I got to start on the rear end. Antonio says, Bear, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Oh, we read that one earlier. Star Sniper says, what lubricant would you recommend for a motorcycle kickstand? That's a good question. I've never... I don't know, because you got to worry about... Normally, I'd say like white lithium grease or something like that, but even that might collect a lot of road grime or something. Probably some sort of dry lubricant. I mean, yeah, you could use graphite and stuff like that, but even that might handle because you got the wind and stuff. Probably a spray-on dry lubricant, similar to what we use on like RV slides. Will Harbor Freight ever have a 3-year standard warranty? Only time will tell, man. They've done 1-year warranties on some stuff at launch and whatnot, but and they have, I think it's a 2-year on the Jack, the Daytona, the yellow one, but I don't know. Michael says, can we get everyone to lobby Harbor Freight to open a store in Honolulu if freight charges kill all the bargains? And they will at Harbor Freight too.
Well, and I would say even if they had a Harbor Freight, it's still going to have to get there. It's not going to organically sprout out of the ground.
Yeah.
So it's going to be expensive.
Barbecue 76 says, saw your most recent video. Glad to see you were wearing your safety Crocs. Always. Got to stay safe. Keep those toes, where they're supposed to be. Antonio says, what do you think of Wiha tools? I like their stuff. Well, I like their screwdrivers. Let me put it that way. The ratchets, I played around with the ratchets. They're not bad. They're not heavy duty. At least I've never seen them and had them feel like they were heavy duty. Their sockets are made in Taiwan. I was surprised to find out that. In fact, some of their ratchets are made in Taiwan. I talked to them at SEMA 2 years ago. And SEMA, for those who don't know, is the huge car and industry show that's held here in Vegas, usually fall of every year. And yes, I'm already registered for SEMA for this year. What do you think? Oh, good. Just for that. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Robert Adams, for the email. He already forwarded it to us.
There you go.
You're a rock star.
And Salem says, I can see and hear you just fine.
Thank you. I did see that a number of you said you guys could hear us okay.
Ed C says, how's the keto go? And Mike is fine. Thank you. Keto going. Keto is going fairly well. We're off keto this week and going back on keto on Monday. I do this off and on kind of thing because you get your best keto results the first 2 weeks that you're on keto. Jake says, just wanted to say I appreciate the work you do to get us the deals and on quality professionals. Between you and the deal guy, I've got all my tool needs covered. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Huskers guy says, the Huskers, hey, go Nebraska, says, you sound suspiciously like that bear. Well, I taught him to talk, so it's one of those things. The kids sound like me, all that kind of thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Xavier says, I bought 2 tools, gear wrench, both of them broke down in less than a week. Did they downgrade their quality because they thought they were a good company? Boy, that is the question that the tool community has been asking for a couple of years. They started offering different grades. Like the stuff you can buy through retail is not the same stuff you'd buy off of a gear wrench truck or directly from Gear Wrench. So yeah, there are different levels of quality, and some of it's just not, it's made in China, it's not that great. The stuff that's made in Taiwan is usually much better. Drew says, hey guys, really love your content. I'm looking for a multi-tool for some home DIY. I've got a few Skill 20-volt tools. Should I go with Skill or would something cheap from Amazon sorry, it jumped on me there. Or something on Amazon or WM Walmart work. I would get the Skill 20-volt. I mean, you're already in the line. I have not used it, so it's hard to say. I'll be honest, I've used the fine ones. I must be the weird person who doesn't really care for fine. The best multi-tool I've ever used was the Dewalt XR, which, if you know, I'm not a fan of Dewalt. So when I say that, that's really saying something. I've got the Harbor Freight. I've got 2 of the corded ones. In fact, I think I had a 3rd one and I gave it away. So anyway, does he have to go in there? Be ready?
In about 1 minute, I'm going to take them all inside.
All right. Well, good. He's going to do it now. Dunk, come here.
What?
Griff, come here. Well, you say goodnight to everyone. Come here. Say goodnight.
Good
Do
night.
it here, boy. Come on, people can't see you.
Good night.
Look at you, so
Look,
you're never dressed up. It's nice to see you dressed up.
Yeah.
Where'd the little girl go?
She came in for a hot second.
Where's my jacket?
It's inside. I will return.
Okay.
Without children.
Woohoo! Bring the booze. I don't think we have any booze in the house, so. Let's see here. Antonio Perez says, love your work team. Got a blaze. Thank you. You have a good one, man. You take care. Tom E says, long shot, but do you know if Flex will ever come to Europe, or are we restricted to the German Flex stuff? I don't know. I will ask them. I only asked them about Canada. I didn't think about it because I'll be honest, Tom, I got to tell you, you guys have had Flex for 100 years. At this point, I think just asking is a little bit greedy. Let us have our time with Flex, and then after we've had it for a while, then we can have that discussion. I'm kidding. Super Trucker says, welcome, Cub. We got a new Den of Tools member. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, yeah, making sure I covered everything there. And Russ says, are Milwaukee knockoffs on Alibaba at least as good as Ryobi or any other info? Basically, what I understand, what I've been looking at is they all seem to be really Makita knockoffs. There's a ton of stuff out there that some of it looks like Dewalt, some of it looks like Milwaukee, some of it looks like Makita, some of it looks like something else. And at the end of the day, once you get into it, it's all basically a knockoff of a Makita. And a lot of them take Makita batteries. From what I've seen, I've got 2 of them that were sent over to me. I got a 3/8 impact and a 1/2 inch impact driver. Shut up, Moto. And they're not that bad. They're not fantastic, but I mean, for how much they cost. The problem is at that point, though, you can also get a good Ryobi. You could get another Bauer lineup at that price. And why not just do that? Sorry, I'm just making sure here that everything's taken care of. It looks like it is. Hope that it is. Let's see. Let's scroll down here. And Kevin says, where did the idea of Red Bear come from? Well, so here's the deal. When I started the channel, I was a high-level manager for a company and that dealt with other multi-million-dollar companies. I didn't want to have my face out there at that time. This is 5.5, almost 6 years ago at this point. And so I knew a little bit about 3D rigging, that kind of stuff. I knew there must be a way out there. I did some research, found a way. And there was questions, what character to use? Well, my nickname since junior high was Bear, because we're doing stupid kid stuff out in the woods. It was dusk. I had a jacket on. I came around a corner. I've always been a big guy. I'm 6'2" and stuff. And I've been 6'2" since eighth grade. And I came around a corner and scared the snot out of my friends. And he screamed and thought I was a bear. And so I got the nickname Bear. And believe it or not, and you can't even see it in my beard. It used to be my beard was pretty good. I used to be a redhead. Not that flaming kind of, Irish, leprechaun kind of red. Just a deep auburn kind of red. And so red was kind of a nickname also. Red Bear. Anyway, that's how you get from there to here. Let's see. Echo says, hey Echo, how you doing? Says, has the pilot lost any more small flying aircraft? I have not lost. I haven't been flying though. In fact, I think my license is about to lapse. Ed C says, have you seen the new Hyundai Santa Cruz, the small pickup? You mean the one that looks like the red line from Honda? I'm not liking it. I'm sorry. And I actually am a huge fan of Korean vehicles. I think you get a lot of bang for the buck. They hit that 80-20 mark that I like to talk about. For those guys who don't know, 80-20 is like 80% of the 80% of the performance, 80% of the features for 20% of the cost. And Linda says, my family lived in Corona, the Circle City, because it was once a racetrack. Kill King says, what a tragic name for in California of all states for it to be in. Let's see here. And Russ says, that the car that Tiger Woods crashed? I don't remember. It was a big SUV that he crashed. I remember them saying like how it saved his life or something. Greg says, Menards in Omaha had a Mastercraft clearance. Yeah, they're switching over from one supplier to another in a lot of the hand tools. I know that. And Spade Ace says, oh, hey, thanks for informing me a month or so ago about the Bauer oscillating sander. Works like a charm. Awesome. Glad you like it. William says, hey, Jeff, any experience installing decremental, I guess he means metal, not mental, roofing shingles? No, I have not been up on a roof in a long time. I'll be entirely honest. And you know what? When we did them, we did rubber roofs. Because I think about every house I ever worked on where I did a roof was a row house. And we didn't do shingling on those. We did single piece rubber and then, flashing on the side, stuff like that. I've done rock and tar roofs in the Southwest before, but that, again, a long time ago. Philip says, Jeff, what do you think about the cost of the Flex batteries compared to the other Chervon batteries like Cobalt and Skill? Double the price for some rubber on the inside and on the bottom. I'm working on a whole video on that. We're going to be breaking down the prices on all that kind of stuff. Trying to get inside some of them, trying to determine what cells, because it really comes down to what cell is in it. And if you saw my teardown on it, you could see it's more than just a little bit of plastic and stuff on it. There's a lot more to those battery packs. Macadamia says, hey, any update on Knipex tool I won last year? Yes, there is. Tell you what, send me another email, red@denatools.com, and we're going to send you the Knipex, because we've been waiting to do the video. I actually shot the video. I now have to find the video for it that I shot. Anyway, we're going to send you that. I'm going to send you that one, and I'm going to also send you that little tiny one, the collector's one, because it comes in the box and everything that they send out to all the to some of the people like me, influencers. Anyway, I'm looking around because it's around here somewhere. But we're going to send you that one as a bonus because you waited so long. And maybe some stickers or something. But do send it, or send an email to Mrs. DeBear at denoftools.com. Mrs. MRSDABEAR. And she'll hook you up on that. Zaffio says, did Mrs. Bear confiscate those ears from someone on the strip looking fancy? I know, they kind of look like bunny ears, don't they? That kind of bunny. Anyway, let's see here. Where was I? Iron 8 says, good evening all. Hope someone's night is as good as mine. Spicy chicken, fries, an awesome tool talking community. Man, I love Sundays. Oh, spicy chicken sounds good. Oh my gosh, I was so miffed the other day. The Cubs came out. They went out with Amanda, came back, and they all had freaking Chick-fil-A. And I'm like, I was so upset. Then they came back. They're like, we got some for you. They tormented me, making me believe they didn't bring me any. I was going to murder someone. What was it? So, if you guys don't know, I'm passionate. I love Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Yes, they're not keto. I know. That's why I don't eat them very often. But I had to try the new McDonald's one because McDonald's came out with a Southern style chicken sandwich, and then Burger King came out with, of course, Popeyes came out with one of them. KFC redid theirs, so we tried KFC, we tried McDonald's, we tried the Burger King one. Don't bother. I was surprised. The KFC one is basically the same quality chicken, but with dipped in the extra crispy rather than in the original recipe. I'm like, why would you not do it in the original recipe? I don't want. Anyway, the Burger King one was blah, and the McDonald's one tasted exactly the same as the regular McDonald's chicken sandwich. It was just thicker with better chicken in it, and it had this weird kind of McDonald's aftertaste. All right, moving on. Let's see here. White Space Marines. So Space Wolves, is that what we're talking about here? I've been concentrating on non-power tools. I want to get back to basics: anvils, hand drills, drawing knives, planes, files, using firewood, steel, copper glue, pine, tar, etc. I don't blame you, man. I can get the appeal. In fact, I'm working on that railroad tie that I've got that I've been hacking at. That's eventually going to become an anvil here. Michael's in the house says, this sums up the problem with the industry. A snip from an ad. No per diem, no relocation funding available for this position. Good luck finding a body, guys. No doubt, especially in today's market, man. Everyone's hiring. There's jobs everywhere. Why would I take a job like that when I could probably find a job local or something else? Jal2us1 says, Canada. By the way, I saw that you put at den space of tools. It all has to be one word, the den of tools. Says Canada and the U.S. seem so separated tool-wise, like in the U.S. we can no longer buy fuller tools. It's weird stuff. I don't get it, why they do that. Linda says that Duncan looks amazing. I will let him know. Of course, his answer would always be, I know. I don't know where he gets his snarkiness from. No idea. And Clint says, Jeff, I frequent my local Walmart and notice that Hart hand tools are selling like crazy. I admit I've bought a couple of them. The quality is very good for the money, especially when they're on sale. When they're on sale, they're actually a pretty decent price. The sockets are so, but the screwdrivers seem pretty nice. They've got some good pry bars and some other stuff. And Simon says, I think I missed it. Why are the kids dressed up? Duncan's mom is a jazz singer, a semi-pro professional jazz singer, and she's got a gig tonight. She's doing an Ella Fitzgerald thing down at the Vegas Room. And they're headed down there now. We're going to miss the show, but we're going to hit the after party. So actually, we're going to be cutting out here a little bit early this evening because I got to jump in the shower, get changed, and head down there and rub elbows with the swells in town, as it were. Andrew says, boy, feeling old saying stuff like that. Andrew says, have you used the cordless Chicago Electric 12-volt multi-tool? No. I've used the Chicago corded 12-volt multi-tool, but not the 12-volt one. Although, if you can pick one up, I don't think it'd be a bad buy, especially considering that we figured out that AC Delco cordless 12 volts, most of those use the same battery. So you got some ability to go back and forth on that one. And let's see, I think I missed. So Super Trucker joined the channel. Welcome, Cub. He's a member of the Den of Tools. Thank you so much. By the way, for those of you who don't understand what's going on, it's kind of like Patreon, but it's built into YouTube. So you don't have to go over to Patreon. I'm not a big fan of Patreon, some of the stuff they do over there. So anyway, if you're interested, information is in the video description. Robert Adams says, at the swap meet yesterday, there was one of the new Harbor Freight inverter generators running next to a camper. Sounded just as quiet as a Honda. They're hitting all the specs on these things, man. I'm honestly thinking about selling my 9000 to get, and yeah, it's more expensive, but to get that 9000 super quiet one. Matt Lantry says, trying to cut titanium sheet with an angle grinder. Heard that metal discs don't work well, but ceramic discs do. Any idea about that? Dude, you're above my pay grade on that one. I can tell you, the last time I cut titanium was never. That's not something I do. If somebody else here wants to weigh in on that, I would love to hear it. Paul St. Marie in the house says, greetings, Bear Clan. Woohoo! And Zaffiel says, hello, llamas. Llamas. Super Trucker says, I'm a rabbit, not a cub, thank you. Oh, come on, rabbit cubs. We don't, you can be anything you want to be around here as far as we're concerned. Jim says, how long are you a carpenter still doing it? Oh, hell no, dude. I'm 52. My knees are shot. I think I don't know if I took a bad fall as a carpenter. I fell about 2.5 stories. If there are not children present, I might tell you as to why I did that. But anyway, that was a long time ago. Point being that I was a carpenter for 10 years, and then I was a carpenter. So here's it. I was a carpenter during the day. I was a bartender at night, and then I was also doing TKD and judo jiu-jitsu training. And I was at a judo match, and the mat split on me. My knee locked into it, and I tore my MCL in my left knee. That's my really, both my knees are bad at this point. That's my really bad knee. And, it just got harder and harder for me to go up and down the ladders and do all the same stuff I was doing in carpentry. I met some guys who were running wire on a job, and because we were doing these houses, the rehabs were becoming they were getting bought by yuppies, all right, who wanted all the latest greatest stuff. And then we were running some, we had a team come out and run wire to run stereo for everything in the house. So there was speakers in every room, that kind of thing. And I was talking to those guys, and on lunch break, and they're telling me how much they made, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I've always done, like, I taught myself computers and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, I can do that. And I picked up a job, and I transitioned from doing carpentry to doing wire, and I ran wire for 5 years. And then I got into actual computers, doing servers, and then into management, and then fast track. Next thing I know, I'm running a tech company in Silicon Valley. It's weird how these things work. By the way, I did go to college for history, the philosophy of ancient religion. Yeah, that didn't go too well. I didn't end up getting my degree, surprisingly enough. There were just too many jobs out there, and I didn't feel it was a challenge. So, kids, go to school, get an education, or don't, and get into the trades and make some money. Michael, and then wear your glasses. Michael Mackey says, welcome, Cub, another member. Thank you so much. Wow, so many members tonight. You all are fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Dentals and being part of our community. And even those of you who can't, we get it. You know what? Everyone's in their own financial situation. Everyone has their own issues about supporting people on YouTube and whatnot. We get it. And we want just to thank you all for being part of our community. I was talking to somebody, a gentleman reached out to me, and his house had burned down the other day. And, it sucks, but it's all about community. So I saw him, he'd reached out to Harbor Freight Corporate, and Harbor Freight Corporate said, well, we can't really do much for you, but we can get you your receipts and stuff like that. So he's pissed at Harbor Freight. And, it's not easy. And if you're listening, I'm really sorry about this, but it's not easy to hear that. But it's not something I would expect from any other corporate entity, because you're not going to get a hold of, you're not getting a hold of the CEO. You're getting somebody on the phone, or answering emails, and they're going through thousands of stuff like this a day. People saying, "Oh, I need this. My son's got cancer, and if you could just send us 500." I'm not trying to play it down, but this is the reality they're dealing with. That's why you don't go to corporate. You don't go to somebody who's far away. You go to the store manager. You go to the regional manager. You go to your churches. You talk to your. It's all about community, and that's what we really love having here is an online community. Especially for people like us who bounce back and forth and stuff like that. It's fantastic knowing that every Sunday we get to spend it with people like you. All right. Anyway. Honda Ridgeline, not Redline. What? It's too ugly, Antonio. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember my own name half the time. I was close. Ed C says, yes, Ridgeline, a lot better. I'm sure it's a better vehicle. Also, I'm sure it's more expensive. Fry Guy says, you're lucky, Jeff. My friend got tagged with the name Bison. Is he a fighter? Maybe like a Street Fighter kind of guy? Anybody get the reference? Anyway. Tiger Woods crushed the Cadillac Escalade. That's the one. I wouldn't mind having one of those. Don't want to pay for it, though. Cadillac, if you're watching, I wouldn't mind having one. But anyway. Barbecue 76 says, you said Redline from Honda. I believe you meant Ridgeline. I'm a truck guy, by the way, but the Ridge does not get enough love, in my opinion. More to come. I'm just glad they got rid of that. I still don't think it's a good looking vehicle, but they got rid of that sloping sidewalk. I think because you can't reach in of that. I hate that. But at least they fixed that problem. Cybertruck still has that issue. Steve says, I found out about Menards stuff from you, and I still work at one, which is amazing considering there's no Menards around me. Barbecue 76 says, however, the placement for the Ridgeline is really, 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 really bad. Otherwise, it's a perfect truck for most mid-sized buyers. For most of the people who want a truck but aren't going to use it like a truck, they're just going to carry stuff from, they're going to carry mulch in it and throw some stuff in the back, drive it around town as a daily driver. It's just fine for that. It is. I don't like the look of it. That's just me. It's a personal preference. And me, I want to light it on fire. But that's just to save the universe from the sin that it is. But if you like it, that's great. You can hate the stuff I have. I'm sure lots of people hate on my vehicles. I know I had that Dodge. People love to hate on Dodge. So let's see here. It says Spectre Air in the house says, hey, Bear family, have you seen the Napa bucket sale where everything fit in 20%? I did. It was in one of my deals of the week, I think 2 weeks ago. Excuse me. Let's see here. And Steven says, what's your opinion on the Craftsman Ratchet made by Sears at today's time? My grandmother told me if you don't have something nice to say, you shouldn't say anything. I did a whole video on I don't like them. And part of that is because I remember how good they used to be. But I don't like them. I don't. There's other options out there. I won't buy one. What's your favorite beer? Oh, my favorite beer is Black and Tan, which is a Guinness floating on a harp. What do you know? You know what I mean. Anyway, although I do like Spaten. Spaten's good too. I'll drink, but don't think I'm not a snob. I'll drink a Budweiser. It all depends on I have to be in the right mood. It's like where am I? If it's a hot day, I'm sitting out in the sun, I'll take a Bud. If I'm sitting at night in a pub, I'm gonna have something a little bit fancier or something. Typically, I'll be honest, I'm a bourbon drinker. I don't drink a lot of beer these days. I've drank all sorts of stuff. I've drinking Top Hat and Old Milwaukee and Pabst and Old Style, but coming from Cincinnati, we had Little Kings, we had Christian Moorline, we had microbreweries before. Microbreweries were cool. And
stop talking about me. I'm back.
Are you a microbrewery? No.
You don't know.
Cattle Dog Jasper says, is the difference between the Pittsburgh half-inch breaker bar and the Icon breaker bar like different milk brands come from the same plant? They just slap. No, the Icon is a little bit beefier. I will get at that. I don't think that it's going to make that much of a difference. I can count on one hand how many people have sent me a picture of a broken Pittsburgh breaker bar. And I can tell you that if you do manage to break it, go to Harbor Freight, they'll give you a new one. Jason says, I love me some Chick-fil-A, but the Popeye spicy chicken is awesome, but not really spicy. It's not all that spicy. I like the spicy from Chick-fil-A. I've tried the Popeyes. I like Popeyes. She knows I like Popeyes. I love going to Popeyes. She likes going to, what's the one you like going to?
Churches.
Mm-hmm.
Okra.
The ghetto chicken.
That's right. Delicious. I do not like, what's the one that you like? Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, she hates Chick-fil-A. No. And I can say ghetto chicken because I used to live there. You'd be surprised some of the places I've lived. Fixing up old houses, stuff like that. And we used to go to churches. When you were pregnant, we were at the churches like every other day.
I'm pretty sure Eleanor is mostly Church's chicken.
Yeah.
Fried okra chicken.
Christian Allen says, what's the best hotel in Las Vegas? Taking my wife to Hell's Kitchen this summer.
It depends on what you're looking for.
The best hotel, as far as poshness, is probably the Wynn, with the Bellagio being a close second.
Have I stayed at the Wynn?
I've not stayed at either of them. I've been to them.
Did we stay at the Bellagio?
No, we went... Anyway.
Who are you?
Yeah. If you... the Venetian, which is where we stayed that you really like. The Venetian is really nice. It's not as posh as the other two, but it's really nice and has a little bit more action. It's a bigger casino. I like it because it's a combination. If you want something that's posh, get one of the nice rooms that faces the strip at the Venetian. Plus, you got shops and stuff downstairs. You got all that. I know you're going to Hell's Kitchen, so you'll probably be tempted to stay at Caesars. Caesars is old, man. It needs to get renovated. It's just not right that they charge that kind of stuff. Paris is a little too kitschy for my taste. They try to be up there with the same ones. I don't think they're. The other ones are the Cosmo, but that's usually like the young, beautiful, people with daddy's, credit card staying there. And then the Mandarin also, which the Mandarin though does have Wicked Spoon, which is a 4-star buffet.
Oh my gosh.
Believe it or not.
No matter where you stay, yes, go to Wicked Spoon. It's expensive and probably will have a wicked long line. Although with things being different now, maybe you do reservations. I don't know. No,
what you need to do, I get you're going to go to Hell's Kitchen, but you also have to go to Fogo de Chao, Brazilian Steakhouse.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Those guys are fantastic. Mm-hmm. Mater's Workshop, $5 says, good evening, Clarice. My first giveaway Wednesday for the birdhouse that I made. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Super awesome. And I have been...
I'm trying to see. Well, you said hi to Super Trucker. I don't think we said hi to Michael Mackey.
Welcome. Thank you for joining and becoming a member. Bum, ba-da-bum. You're going to sneeze? Look at the lights. Look at the lights. Maybe it'll go away.
That didn't. All right.
Llama says, go to Wicked Spoon Buffet. Excellent.
Yes.
And I would say, like, if you are not from, even if you are from Vegas, it's fun to take your camera with you. Like, there'll be things at buffets where you're like, I am never going to see this again. Barbecue 76 with a $5.01 super chat. Dodge hate.
He's talking about the trucks. People hate it.
I've had a few. You got rid of yours before you had the Dodge. I'll never buy a Dodge, Fiat, Mercedes, or whatever they claim to be now. Nice.
And someone says, jazz singer, jazz music has words. Yes, it does. I know a lot of it has a lot of instrumental stuff, but yes, it's not purely instrumental.
Yep.
Mater's Workshop says, I go live 10 minutes after you. Shine on.
Honey.
What?
You see that?
What?
Jake.
From State Farm?
Says, I saw you at Harbor Freight on Craig the other day.
Did you now?
Maybe the other day is, figuratively.
I'm like, that must have been several other days because I haven't been to Harbor Freight on Craig.
Didn't you go for something?
Yeah, well, it's been like 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
I feel like you went more recently.
I've been at other Harbor Freights since then. I just have not been up near that area recently. Let's see here.
Can we discuss the fact that it's top of the hour?
No, I'm trying to catch up here, and you're making me take longer because that's
you're
what you do.
behind.
It's what you do.
That is what I do.
You
Look
just-
at the ears. They're sparkly.
Wow. And you made me lose my space. Good job.
Thanks. Stop. Oh my gosh.
Watch your side. Make a comment or two.
Have you lost your mind? Macadamia 9. Hello. I did see that you welcomed me back. Thank you. Says Aria, hands down. I don't think we've... Is Aria where Wicked Spoon is? I always forget.
Yes, it's in the downtown or not they don't call it downtown, city center. City. Unlike the Aria is... But my problem with the Aria is like it's like it wants to have the flavor of the Cosmo or the Mandarin or that kind of stuff, but it's kind of it just doesn't know where it wants to go.
Mm-hmm. Marine X, unless that's Marine 10. $20 super chat. Holy cheese and crackers. Thanks for the advice on going for it on YouTube. I did a few review videos which pushed me over 1,000 subs. Awesome!
Congratulations.
That's super awesome.
You know what, we're talking about doing top of the hour. And since we're going to do that, we're going to, you know what, might as well do it now, which is where you, yes, you, can adopt one of our mods. Yes, any of the mods that has a blue wrench behind the name. By the way, mods right now, put a link to your channel down in the description below. And what we ask you, the viewer, to do is help support the community here on YouTube. As I was talking about, I went on kind of a diatribe earlier about how much we love the community and stuff. And not so much. And and that we're really blessed to have this great community. And what we like to do is we believe that a rising tide floats all boats. We like to help out other people. We've been very fortunate. We want you to help spread the fortunateness around, the blessings, if you will. And go and check out one of their channels. By the way, and speaking of which, Marine X there, he is another YouTuber getting started recently. He's been doing a lot of great reviews. He does a lot of stuff with bug out bags and stuff like that. I love the content. I subscribed. Go check it out. Anyway, we love to help other people, so go and check out one of their channels. Give them a like. Give them a thumbs up. Maybe you consider ringing that bell. And then also a huge thank you to everyone who's helped out with the super chats tonight, but with your donations. They're fantastic. They always blow us away, the support that you have for us. And of course, for all of our bear family there, the ones with the little bear behind their name. Again, the color of the bear denotes how long you've been a member. What I don't remember is what color means what. I should probably look that up. But you are all fantastic. It's like Patreon. They support us with their monthly support, and you are all fantastic. Thank you so much. Again, information on that is in the video description. Barbecue 76 coming in. So top of the hour mods. Again, my apologies. $2 super chat.
And there was one before
You
that.
gonna ding? Ding, ding, ding.
Bing, bada, bing,
You can't
bing,
because
bing,
it's
bing.
Barbecue 76.
Well, I dinged anyways. Can you scroll up?
Oh my gosh, right here?
Yes. No.
No, look at that.
Oh, yes. Barbecue 76 with a $5.76 super chat was supposed to say dodge problems. You're lucky you got rid of yours in time. If you'd kept it any longer, you would have learned to hate that garbage. Haha. I just wanted to remind people, I know you just did the top of the hour stuff. We really do appreciate it. Just remember, go check somebody out, like, subscribe. It's like fat-free. What?
I'm trying to catch up, and I just said all this stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I'm
it
going to
better.
snatch your ears.
I'm saying it better. Get your own ears. Get. Jeffrey. He's lost his mind.
Lost my mind. Spectre Air says thoughts on Metabo HPT quarter angle grinder. I have not tried it, but I know that I keep saying Makita. Hitachi made great stuff like that, great grinders. I'm a big fan of corded grinders. I don't see how you could go wrong with that, especially if it's a clearance item. Lowe's is clearing out a bunch of that stuff. I would go and look. Trolling for Dollars says any word when Harbor Freight will have the U.S. General for it any month now. Like, it's that whole shipping from China thing. If you saw my video on where are all the tools, they're all in shipping containers stuck at the port of Los Angeles. That's where your tools are. Keelan Kingdom, because you have a job to do, and OSHA kept getting in the way. Oh my gosh, I'm talking about OSHA. Uh, man, if OSHA was ever showed up on any of our job sites. Oh my gosh, my boss, man, I used to do stupid stuff. He's the one though who smashed his thumb flat like a cartoon character. Oh, that was brutal. Pete S says, try the Ryobi hot glue gun. Works incredible. Actually works as good, if not better, than the corded one. I've heard fantastic. I've heard basically it's the best cordless glue gun you can buy. Spade A says, got my degree in psychology thinking that would settle itself out. It only got worse. Just bought a property in backcountry Kansas. Go to trade school. There you go, man. Good call. Llama Llama says, were you living in Silicon Valley? I lived in Santa Cruz most of my life. I never lived in Silicon Valley. We lived in San Francisco. I lived in the North Bay, and we lived in the East Bay. I worked in Silicon Valley, so I did that commute through that god-awful traffic. Hours and hours. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Antonio says, laugh my, you know what, off. Jeff is too ugly. I can't remember what it's called. Yes, you were close, Jeff. Philip says, Jeff, or Bear, you are the shiz. Cat Gator says, Porter Cable 20-volt tools, yay or nay? No. No. Did you not see my video on them? They've been thrown in the dustbin like a redheaded stepchild and told that they need to go do their chores. Porter Saddleback Dick doesn't care about them. Why would you buy into Porter Cable 20-volt tools now? Kevin Field says, I was just in Home Depot and saw a Ryobi 1 Plus 18-volt 6-piece combo with 4 amp hour drill driver, impact, recip, oscillating saw, lights are $299. I'm looking for my first set. Is this a good bang for the buck? That's a fairly standard deal that goes around quite all the time. Here's what I'm going to say is I have an issue with sets because if it's the one I'm remembering, like the recip on it is not very good. The Circ saw is not very good. The drill driver is pretty good. You want to get the brushless stuff in Ryobi if you can. I don't know what your personal budget is, but Ryobi has several different tiers. The bottom tier stuff at Ryobi is pretty bottom tier. The upper end stuff at Ryobi is not bad. It really isn't. Here's what I would do. I would go over, I would join the Denatools Facebook group, and if you can wait a little bit and keep an eye out because there's a combo kit from Cobalt that comes out for a little bit more that's got way better tools, and they're all brushless 24-volt tools. What were you going to say there, dear Antelope?
Llama says Bay Area commuting is horrible.
Oh, it's a freaking nightmare.
I just have to say, it's total insanity.
Scorpion Sunday says, gotta get going. I get up at 2 a.m. for the next 5 months. Oh, man. You stay strong, brother. Dave Kuhn says, what's the point of the 24K gold icon ratchet? What's the point? I don't get it. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. Companies have been doing that for a year. Snap-on does it. Mac does it. Even Craftsman's done it. They usually do it for anniversary stuff, that kind of thing. It's just fun. That's all it is. It's just fun. Fry Guy says, got the nickname just because he's just so big, like a bison buffalo. Oh my gosh. Clint says, the Honda Ridgeline is one thing, but how about the new Jeep Gladiators? Definitely not Heidi Klum of pickups. It is that kind of ugly that you gotta like. I like boxy vehicles. I'll be honest, like the base model Gladiator does not look very good, but you get it jacked up on some big wheels. You add some Jeep kind of stuff to it, get it a little bit beefier, kind of buff it up some, and it looks like a pretty good vehicle. The problem is, it's still a Jeep. On the inside, it's still kind of small. So, guys like me, not going to happen. Dave Kuhn says, I sheared off a Pittsburgh breaker bar when tightening a trailer receiver hitch. I was able to replace it under warranty at least. Wow. I've used mine on a trailer hitch and never had that, but you never know what's going to happen. You don't know how tight these are. Homley says, I got my eye on a HPT 36 recip at my local Lowe's. They also have the 36 volt circular saw I'm interested in. I would love to see it, man. They're fantastic. 36 volts. You can't knock the power you get. If you don't know, that's the same as a 40 volt. It's a 40 volt max versus a 36 standard power. If you you're getting basically double 18s versus double 20s. They're the same batteries, all right? The 40 volt is 2 of the 20s or the same as 2 as the 18s.
I may butcher your name and I super apologize. $5 super chat from, is it Tomias? 2? Any opinions on the Ryobi electric riding mowers? Looking for something that my aging father can handle that has a steering wheel. Thanks.
All I know is what I've read. I've never driven one, or I don't know anybody who has one. But my gosh, that looks fantastic. The tech behind it looks fantastic. They say you can do 2 acres on one battery.
I'm just going to say when it's my time, I think I want to ride it.
She wants the 0-turn Ryobi. That's what she wants. She wants the one with the 2 handles so she can pivot in place, run people down with it.
I get super excited. Yep.
Go ahead.
And Troll and Frawlers, thank you for reminding Novus Nick. Just a reminder to everybody, we just tried to stay away from politics and soapboxes.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you get any of these, if you get the 36 volt, or if you have a Recept, what I ask is if you could take a quick video and send it to me. Again, it's red@denatools.com. I want to get a compilation together of it, and it can be in the vertical form. It's better if it's in a sideways format because I want to cut these into a video. But hold this real quick. So this is the Hercules, and I covered this a little bit. It's kind of out of frame. I just want to show this real quick here. So this is this thing. It's going to get kind of loud for a second, and there's no way I can mute it. So my finger's off the trigger.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And pointed in a safe direction. So it's getting kind of loud for a minute. There's no way I can mute or anything, but I want you to watch the vibration on this thing.
So maybe do a countdown.
No, we don't need a countdown. Ready? You can't really see it here.
No.
You can kind of see it. Now let me see this one. On this one, there's a little bit of torque when you first hit it. There's no vibration. And you know, when I used this the first time, I was like, well, you know, blah blah blah. I cannot believe, because when I use those, I never even thought about the vibration. I'm like, it's a Recept saw. They're all like that. This thing is buttery smooth. Everyone who I've given it to, I put one in one hand, put one in the other hand, go pull the trigger at the same time. They're all like, is this thing broken? Is it okay? What's going on? It is that smooth. You can just hold that, don't you? You're fine. Do you want me to take it?
It might be my accessory this evening when I go out. I just want to remind you that we are trying to...
Oh, we are trying to cut out early tonight, so I forgot. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We're behind, so you just try to catch up.
I got to catch up. All right. Mrs. Bear, you may have a retired KGB agent there. Paul St. Marie says Mrs. DeBear has good taste. Churches was the favorite when I was growing up. Good luck finding one these days. Delicious. Frank says, when I was in Vegas, I was never in the room. Nice. Macadamia says, Aria hands down. Jan says, Red, I figured you for a Hudipole man. Hudie lies. I never liked the Hudies. The D-Rez, where'd it go? Come on, where'd you go? Come on. Sorry, the chat jumps on me when I scroll sometimes. It's a YouTube thing. Says, I'm getting into the T-Stack line, wondering which box would be best for holding chems like brake clean, contact cleaner, and other aerosols. You're going to want to get one of the clamshell ones that close and locks. They all have a seal on them. So anything with the clamshell, with the double lock, basically just get one based on the height of the bottles you're trying to hold in there. But they will all keep that locked in there and keep the fumes from getting out. Matt says, have you ever considered getting a 3D printer, or is that not a tool thing for you? I've built 2 3D printers and a CNC machine. I still have a 3D printer. It's in my storage unit. I want to get another one. I want to get SLA printer. I don't know. I'm going back for. I need room for it. That's the thing. Mike says the only flights I've taken over the handlebars of a 10-speed and a motorcycle when I was a kid, I fell off scaffolding once. The flight was nice, but all class, the landing sucked. You know, I've gone over a 10-speed doing about 50 miles an hour. I laid down a bike, a 700, when somebody tried to enter my lane. I fell 2.5 stories there. I'm trying to think anything else I've done like that. Oh yeah, all sorts of fantastic stuff.
And our children aren't here, so don't tell them.
Hey, Suburban Beard's in the house. How you doing, man?
Hey.
And let's see here. Antonio says, have a blessed evening, Jeff. Jesse got to go. Service call in the evening. You have a good one. Shine on. Halon Wolf is in the house. Hey, what's going on tonight? Great to see you. Just got done playing with the ferrets. Added a photo to their Facebook. Oh my gosh. Yep. Oh, we got
Jason Leenan with a $5 super chat. At the Den of Tools, new to Ryobi. It's my secondary fill-in line. Any words on Ryobi days this year? Battery specials, not sure what they usually offer.
You never really know about Ryobi days until like maybe a month or so before. June, July-ish, if it goes based on last year, it got pushed way back. Not sure if they're going to go a year from then. At this point, everything's been changed and mixed up. No idea what's going to happen.
Jennifer White Wolf, I know that you're here just for a short time, so thank
Hey.
you so much. Hey. And Pete S. with the $10 super chat. Hi, Bear family. Great channel. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much. Let's see here. Fred says, Rats did it again. I need to update my payment. I'll do it this week. Macadamia says, and that's why I like the Aria. It's nothing like any of the other hotels. Paul St. Marie said, a grand total of 20 seconds of content.
Hey.
On his channel.
Hey, it's 20 seconds.
Fred Hill says, it's more than some people have. Fred Hill says, I'm late looking like an old man here with my readers on. I hate them. My distance vision is now 20/20. Well, good on that. I'm the same way. I was sitting there holding out my cell phone. I had it at arm's length, and the wife's like, do you need anything? I'm like, yeah, I need my arm to be like 6 inches longer. Joe says, is the Dewalt cordless brushless Circ saw worth the extra $68 over the brushed version? Part-time house repair use, cost no issue, just power difference. You're going to get a little bit of power difference. The big benefit on something like that is you're going to get extra battery life. Now, if you're going up to like the Flex Fold or something like that, that thing's a beast. All right. Trailer for $1 says, was just asking about the U.S. General lockers because they're not listed online, only the icon. Yeah, because they're changing the they changed the style, so they blew out the old ones. They got new ones coming in. That's why they're no longer on there. Rich Slope says, Rich Shope says, does Harbor Freight U.S. General Toolbox have a locker for the 52-inch toolbox? You mean a side locker? I just answered it with $24 for $. They did. It went away. There's a new one coming, but it's delayed because of the whole shipping container ship fiasco that's going on. Jason says, any early info on this year's rate? We answered that. Novus Nick says, hey, Bear family, have you heard about the watermark that's missing on ballots in Arizona?
And that's the part where we talked about.
No, I haven't heard about that. Fred says, Bear, I can't believe that idiot wants to raise the capital gains tax to 48.9. Then plus the state tax, which means it can go as high as 50. Oh my gosh. It sounds as the Jeep Gladiator looks cool, but the bed is too short and the cab's too long. Ditch the back seat, extend the bed, keeping the overall length the same. It would be good. Being a family person, I need the 4-door if I'm doing something like that. So for me, I'd have to have it like that. But either way, it's not working on that.
Dewey Nassar with the $5 super chat. Need info on the Harbor Freight engine hoist. What info do you need?
I think that's missing. People have been claiming that they can't find them. If you're asking if it's any good, yeah, a lot of people use it. If you're asking where is it, it's in a container ship coming from China. Trolling for $1 says, so you're now outsourcing your video production. Are you kidding? Of course I am. No Snick says, my iPad just vibrated across the table.
Oh my goodness.
Larry Broom says, I'm looking for a planer Dewalt 735 plus extra stand blades, out of feed table for 659 or Bauer planer. I do a lot of woodworking. I would get the Dewalt then. If you do a lot of woodworking, you're serious, I would not get the Bauer. The Bauer's a great like weekend warrior kind of stuff. Philly Fix says, I can corroborate. I can't say that word. Corroborate. The smooth operation of the Flex, even compared to the M18 Fuel Super Sawzall. That's awesome. We should maybe do a collab on that. Fred says, while surveying the yards, brushes, and trees we lost, luckily no trees, but we lost 2 brushes. Rats. Still too early to plant the garden. Yeah, I know how that goes.
Bushes.
Anyway. Okay, what's the small game hunting like in Montana and Nevada? That's make or break situation for me. There is apparently small game bird hunting and stuff up in the hills, like quail and stuff. I know we have desert quail and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
I've never gone and done it. Up in Montana, they got like, I don't know what it is. It's basically like a grouse. It's a big fat prairie hen kind of thing. We've got, Montana's got everything.
I'm right here. Stop talking about
Yeah. They got everything. Of course, they're better known for big game, but tons of small game hunting. Yeah, I mean, other than upland bird kind of stuff, you're not going to find, and it's weird to call them upland bird, desert bird. You're not going to find small game. I mean, if you like shooting desert rats and, little hoppy things like that. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in Montana. Ricky Perkins says, how do you compare the Flex Sawzall to a Milwaukee Super Saw as far as the vibration in your hand? I think the cutting power is the same, but the difference is, let me know. Well, as Jim just said from Philly Fix, he's got both of them. I do not have the Super Sawzall, so I can't compare them directly. And he says it's even better than the Super Sawzall. Fred Hill says, on a 3D printer, what are the prices now? Boy, there's some cheap ones out there. You can get a decent one for under $200. You can get a good one for under $300. You're still looking at $500 to $1,000 for that really nice high-end one. Michael Chesney says, managed to avoid that kind of pain. Then again, falling off a 200-foot radio tower would make an impression on the earth. A dull, wet thud.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that would do it. And what was it? Kiva Wiha. Our quiet miter saw is a thing. Trying not to annoy my neighbors. The quietest miter saw I've heard is the Festool. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's $1,500. I don't know if there's other ones that are quiet. If somebody else can chime in with a good quiet one, but usually they're ridiculously loud. Trolling for $1 says, thank you. Sorry I missed the blowout of those side lockers. The John says, another great video. Have fun tonight. Thank you so much. My workshop says, howdy folks. What's your take on the no Harbor Freight coupons overall? I personally see less of buying tools from there. Not sure when it's on sale, so I go to Amazon. It's the same kind of thing, man. The stuff that might, here's my issue. As far as the price off percentage, the price off coupons they came out with every month versus the on sale stuff. I don't like clipping coupons. I would rather look and see if it's on sale than go and get it and get the price. As far as the 20% off, which I always had those in my pocket. She would clip them for me, or I'd get them on, online, show them on your phone. That way I'd get a couple extra items and I would show like, oh, I'm 20% off on that. That part I don't like. I don't like that there's not a 20% off coupon out there, and I probably don't shop there as much because of that. But I don't have an issue with the I don't have to, play hide and go seek to find a coupon. I always thought coupons were ridiculous. Seriously, who uses coupons in this day and age?
Me?
DIY Dad does. Is steel really made in the USA company, or is their commercial just misleading? You know what? I haven't looked into it, but that's a good idea to take a look at there. I will read up on that. It's not a company that I follow closely. I don't do a lot of stuff with gas. They're just getting into the electrical market, so we'll have to cover it some more. Gary says, getting bear rabbits. I grew up in San Rafael. Oh, I love San Rafael. Yep, San Rafael is a great town. I used to live just south of there in Greenbrae. And Kill King 110 says, I had a part-time job working at the mall for a few months between jobs. Kill King 110 says, I'm in a small game hunting like rabbits. We got lots of desert rabbits. We got, jackrabbits out here. I don't know if we got jackrabbits in Montana. Do you follow Bison's Ranch Treasure and the Murder? I was trying to look it up and actually recovered a lot. I don't. I really don't know anything about that. Let's see here. Jennifer says, no Harbor Freight, no paper coupons is more or less balanced by the online coupons and Texas special offers. Sign up on your cell number. Yeah, in fact, if you get the online app or the phone app, it's just like looking at the coupons. You just go through and see what's on sale. You just don't have to show it to them at checkout, which makes checkout easier.
Dave is saying Still has an assembly plant in Virginia.
Who?
Still.
Who's Still? Seal?
Yeah.
Christopher says, can you scroll back up and answer my question? Thanks. Did I miss it?
I don't know who said that.
Christopher did.
You had one that Christopher had a question for Ben. Maybe it was before that.
Remember the one you were asking Ben, where he said, I have the XR drill and impact, but as an electrician, there's a lot of small screws. Not a question.
I don't know what question. You can try again, but we're also trying to wrap it up.
Yeah, type it in again. I don't see it.
The Euro screwdriver. GRYO screwdriver. Ben, yeah. We don't know.
Oh, it's over there. Well, we'll type in Dana Tools. What are your thoughts on the Dewalt Jabber screwdriver? Seen better? I've never used it, but I know a lot of guys on here who do HVAC who swear by it and basically said they couldn't do their job if they didn't have it. That's what I can tell you about that. Linda says, I have a Recepts saw, but the vibration is ungodly. Which one is better in that regards? And no, I don't want to jump to the Flex tool line. I'll be honest, I never really paid attention until I had the Flex because it is so different. I'm going to have to go back and honestly figure out a test and try to figure it out because it is that much better. I wish, in fact, if you're in town, give me a call. We'll meet up and I'll let you try both of them. The Barbecue 76 says, you keep talking about small game hunting. If they fly, I would put the boomstick from my grandfather against any modern boomstick and win, but there's a story behind that. Michael says, try to get a stuffed jackalope, but none were for sale. I can send you a stuffed jackalope, dude. We got them all over the place. And Zephyr says, really, I thought you or Mrs. Bear would know all about that Ted Binion. Oh, Ted Binion horseshoe thing. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
We're tired.
I was sorry. I was thinking about that dude who was giving away the treasure, where everyone.
That's different. Yes.
Okay, sorry, my head was in the wrong. Yeah, we know all about the. I don't follow it, but everyone who you hang out in Vegas long enough, people always talk about. Well, you know, so and so with blah 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 says they know where the treasure. Whatever. Christopher says, haha, new to your stream, but not the channel. Thanks. And Fred says, I fell on a picket at age 7. I had a scar from my shoulder to my waist. My mom rushed me to the ER. ER doctor told my mom if I was older, I would have broke every rib in my chest.
Ow.
Oh. All right. Anyway, we got to go. We got a party to get to. Can't you tell by the ears? So anyway, thank you everyone who showed up tonight. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to also grab one of the mods, go over to their channel, and give them a like as well. Thank you so much for everyone who hit us up with the super chat tonight. You all are fantastic. And a huge thumbs up and thank you to all of our not patrons, our members here, part of the den at the YouTube version of it. The YouTube members, it's called. They should have a snazzier name than that.
Yes, we should coin something.
We should coin something. Anyway, we got to run. You all take care. God bless. And as always, say it with us. Shine on. Oh, we got to go. We're late. We're late for a very important date.